Hello everyone and welcome to another hockey game stream. Let's go. Hockey is back, baby. And today it is the Habs versus the Detroit Red Wings. Woo! Alrighty, so in the lineup for the Habs today is Bada bing, bada boom. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and Anderson on the first line. Sean Monahan, Mike Hoffman, and Kirby Doc on the second line. Christian Dvorak, Uri Slafkovsky, and Brandon Gallagher on the third. Rem Pitlick, Jake Evans, Evgeny Danilov on the fourth. For the defense pairings, we got King Gooley on the left, and then David Savard on the right. The second pairing, we got Arbar Jacky on the left, and then Chris Wyman on the right. Then for the third pairing, as I speak about this, I get the formation on my phone. Oh, never mind. We have some changes to announce. These are the supposed ones, so we have the practice. So actually, second one is different. It's Jordan Harris and Kovacevic. Basically, the two last lines just switched up. And then the third line is actually Jacky and Weidman. Yeah. So as you see up there, whoops, hit the table. Totally didn't just hit the table there. We got on the power play, none of these teams have gotten a single power play goal. Not surprising considering it's literally it's Detroit's first game and then Montreal's second. Even though Montreal did, in fact, get a try, they didn't get one. Montreal has a 100% penalty kill, which somehow placed them in 10th. And then Detroit has 0% because they got nothing. Basically, all the Detroit stuff is 0. So then, for face-off percentage, Montreal's at 51. Goals for per games played is 4, and then goals against per games played is 3. Alright, let's put this back into a normal shape. Alright, where's the reset transform? Boom. And then let me interact with that. My god, I hate doing this on MacBooks. It's so awkward. Alrighty, so let me turn on the hockey thing on. So yeah, Jake Allen's starting obviously, and then I don't know how to pronounce the Detroit Red Wings player goalie name, so I won't even attempt it. My thoughts on the game is that probably Montreal's gonna lose. I'm hoping for them to win, don't get me wrong, but You gotta be bad for Bedard. Exactly. How it is. You just gotta be bad for Bedard. It's just how it be. But yeah, so I'm assuming, but in my predictions, I do have it that Montreal wins 3-1. We'll see if that becomes true. If it's not, I seriously doubt it's gonna be. I'm fully on expecting friggin' Detroit to win this. Please prove me wrong, Habs. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it's still reviewing the game. I'm assuming it's not gonna start until like 7:15, so. So yeah. But yeah, other than that, I got some quick announcements to make. May have another film gig, so meaning that basically I won't. Spooktober may be delayed. We might have a Spooktober November. I literally bought 3 games to play during Spooktober. Like cheap games, not $90 games. No way in hell I would do that. Yeah. So if that is the case, if I do get a film gig, then that just basically means that there won't be any TellJe Studios live streams in a while, because I like film jobs. If any of y'all don't know, are like 12-hour days, so I'll be tired by the time I get home. Hope y'all understand the struggle. But yeah, the games I was planning on playing was playing Five Nights at Freddy's for the first time. I've never actually played that game. And then I was also planning on playing Bendy and the Ink Machine. And then on top of that, I was playing there's a Sega was having like a mega sale on Steam, so I bought the Alien game, even though I passed out at watching Alien. Whoops. I may have triggered some people by saying that, but whatever. Yeah, alrighty. So, hopefully Caulfield continues that streak. My god, that was epic. We need that Caulfield streak to continue. Oh, no wonder I'm cut off. I was like wondering why the heck am I so much to the left. Or right. Ugh. There you go, I'm back centered. I got my, oh what? Of course we lagging. We got that recharge the new Wi-Fi going on. Let me try stopping it and resuming. Pardon the interruption. Oh no, never mind, we're outputting 720p, okay. Yeah, then I don't know. I thought I was outputting 1080p, but no, we're... Okay, then just lag spikes then. Just replying real quick to some messages. Alrighty. Boom. Alrighty, Marcel. Messages have been replied. And still no freaking hockey yesterday. God damn. Oh yeah, there's a freaking... Oh yeah, Detroit's probably having their, Detroit's probably having a, opening ceremony going on right now. I see. Yeah, I'll share my thoughts on Wednesday's game. On Wednesday, honestly didn't expect Toronto to lose. I thought Toronto was gonna win it all, especially after that first goal in the first period. My god. That was something. Like, bro. They sure... Montreal proved them wrong, for sure. There you go, we're gonna put some Legend of Zelda music because I find that... I found the Halloween music a bit too boring. We need to get hyped for this game. But yeah, we're getting Montreal winning 4-3. I mean, it was still a 1-goal game. And then those last minutes of the game, my god. Drama filled. At least for me. I honestly thought it was gonna be I thought they were goners after Toronto tied it up. I was scared for my life. And then Anderson saves the day. Epic. Thank you, Josh Anderson, for saving the day. And then also in between today and then and Wednesday, it was announced that Matheson, he gone for 8 weeks, so it looks like some entry-level contracts are gonna be burned. Rest in peace, the GMs. And there you go, we starting.
He stopped 29 of 32 in the 4-3 win versus the Leafs on Wednesday.
I'm so hyped.
Meantime, Billy Husso getting the start in net for Detroit, as he had great numbers with the Blues last year, 25-7-6 record, signing a 3-year deal. And Sean Monahan, what a birthday on Wednesday night. He scored a goal. He looked fantastic for the Habs.
Oh yeah, it was
terrific in the face-off dot as well. He took a lot of the draws. He was technically listed as a left winger with Kirby Dach in the middle, but 5 out of 7 in the defensive zone, just comfortable out there. The little slick move he made to evade John Tavares on the third goal for Montreal was just, I mean, I think he's going to have a terrific year, Brian. I really do. He's battled injuries. I think he's ready to play.
Ready to kick off the 97th season in Red Wings franchise history. Original 6 battle underway as the Detroit Red Wings will throw it in. Suzuki takes the body check to play the puck along the boards. And there is Bertuzzi trying to fish for the puck. He had 4 goals.
That's some shift change for the delivery job.
Coming off career highs is Tyler Bertuzzi, as the captain Larkin gave it away right to Josh Anderson. He'll pick it up through center ice and drive play. In comes Anderson. He'll dish off. Caulfield loads up. And the first shot on Billy Husso in Detroit's net. These key parts of the game are presented by Napa Auto Parts.
Yeah, for Montreal, they just want to replicate exactly what they did on opening night. They've already had an opening night, Brian. This is old hat for them. Detroit Red Wings, 8 newcomers in the lineup. Welcome the newcomers. It's time to play in Hockeytown.
And there is Kopp versus Doc, and really exciting for Andrew Kopp. He is back in Michigan.
I am good to
deal
go
here
now.
From here, and thrilled to be playing now.
That's some
basically coming
shift
back home.
changes for my
set records playing high school football back
delivery
in the day. A great
job.
hockey player, and now he is here and thrilled. Had that injury, so not a lot of preseason action, but he is ready to rock here in Hockeytown.
Very strong pickup for Steve Yzerman. Went to New York at the trade deadline, excelled for the Rangers in their playoff run, but I watched him a lot in his time in Winnipeg. He is a solid
there you go,
hockey
perfecto.
player.
As he signed a nice deal, his first of 5 years in Detroit. And there's Oli Mata, bouncing puck, can't control it. Kirby Doc shoots, good.
Oh.
Billy Husso.
Kirby Doc would have scored, I would have gone in a freaking
with the Wings,
production
$14.25 million, as he was traded to the Wings from St. Louis for a third-round pick.
Gotta update those.
Nice confidence here by Kirby Doc, a little release pass. So 2 face-off losses in the offensive zone, but both puck recoveries. The first one, a nice pinch by Jordan Harris, and a good recovery there. Doc open on the strong side for a good effort.
Oh,
Doc
bro,
picking
it's
up
being like
points on
this
Wednesday
again.
in his Habs debut. So Peronic will jam it
Actually,
in.
that
Jordan
looks pretty
Harris
good.
back on the puck for Montreal. Pops it free, but it's turned over. Sent across, wrist shot, and Allen just got enough as Peronic was cutting in a good look on Jake Allen. David Perron.
That's pretty
keeps it
good.
alive, swept in by Verana. Perron, another nice pickup from St. Louis as he signed a 2-year deal.
If it just keeps on being glitchy like that, I might just consider not streaming this.
In 12 games. As Slafkovsky lost his stick, he'll retrieve it in Detroit territory.
Pretty good run by Olimata, the veteran defenseman the Red Wings picked up.
OBS is struggling.
At the young Slafkovsky.
I know it's not the internet, it's just literally OBS.
Mata said, you better keep your head up in this league. Good effort by Jake Allen here right away in the glove hand.
Bit rate's pretty good.
For Montreal in their own zone, it pops
No,
off the
let's
boards,
just
and as it comes across,
I'll let it
nice
go
look by
until the
Perron,
half of the first period, and then we'll decide
Jake
there.
Allen out to challenge, well outside the blue paint there, and gets an arm on it.
Good clean win, back to the point. That drive from Robert Haig. And again, Allen there. So a lot of new faces on both sides as Sundqvist out to dig it out. Elmer Soderblom in his NHL debut. You can't miss him. He's 6'8". He's on the puck. As Arbor Jacki, how do you defend 6'8"?
boy.
Jacki doing his best as Rasmussen picks it up. Gets it back from Lindstrom, and Rasmussen the backhanded down. Soderblom zips it up top. Haig throws it. Bank job off the end boards and nearly bounced to a dangerous area. Soderblom through the legs. Gets a cheer from the crowd here at Little Caesars Arena. He's still on it. Soderblom will backhand it in.
That's a heck of a first shift. The first NHL shift for the 6'8" Soderblom. He becomes
Oh boy.
quickly in this training camp in Detroit.
Here's a drive, and out of nowhere was Kubalik.
Okay, come on, Montreal.
Get it to the forehand and get a clean shot off.
Kubalik.
So that line is, what, Soderblom, Rasmussen, Sundqvist. You got 6'8", 6'6". I guess Sundqvist is the little guy at 6'3".
Yeah, they call him Mini-Me.
As Valeno brings it in for Detroit. Valeno will backhand it in. Kovacevic can't clear. Valeno, good job. He'll steer it in.
Come on, Habs. Defend it. Get out of this zone.
Adam Murray spinning. That drive, it was knocked down. Didn't get through. Good job as Jordan Harris got in his lane. Billy Husso back to play it. Sent up for Valeno. As the
Go,
Montreal
Habs, go.
Valeno breaks
Go,
in.
Habs, go. Go,
Slaps it down to the
Habs,
back
go.
end.
Hey,
There's David Savard.
hey.
He'll poke it far
Come
corner.
on, bro.
As Mo Sider the shot.
Bruh.
Tuesday the tip just wide. Moritz Sider honored before the game for winning Rookie of the Year honors. Larkin zips it across, had Raymond teed up right through the crease as Bertuzzi. Back to Raymond. Ben Sherratt, the former Hab. Sider bounced on his stick, but he'll chip it back in.
Oh, Jack
Good
Guy
pressure from the
versus
top line
Sherratt.
again as Lucas Raymond, dangerous. This top line of Bertuzzi, Larkin, and Raymond. They'll be a handful for Montreal's young defenders tonight.
Excellent poise by David Savard to slow things down there. That top line is going to be a factor all night.
And here is Perron. He'll cut
Oh
in.
boy.
David Perron, wrist shot.
Nope.
That was knocked
Frig
down.
off.
Hayden Gooley, who was rock solid in his NHL debut on Wednesday for Montreal, led the team in time on ice with over 22 minutes. Talked with David Savard about Gooley and his play earlier today, and Savard, the veteran, so impressed with his
boy,
poise, how he played. He said it did not look like a young man playing in his first NHL game. Good job, Vrana freed the puck. Anderson, though, keeps it in. Here's
Bro,
Suzuki.
this is so
Back
bad
Suzuki,
that there's
back
a
in for
delay, even
Anderson.
though I didn't put a
As
delay.
Anderson was the hero Wednesday with 19 seconds left. Scored the game winner for Montreal and lit up the Bell Center. There's Vrana, pass behind it, gets it to Kopp. Andrew Kopp over the line, he'll jam it in. Arbor Jack Guy back to play it, he'll backhand it to the near boards. There's Oli Mata, he'll collect. Works it down low, Kopp towards the net, fluttering pass through the slot. Nobody there. Sundqvist for Kopp, he'll backhand it in. As the wings changing behind the play, Jack Guy giving it to Vrana. Rasmussen around the net.
Oh shit, oh shit.
And then Vrana falling through the crease.
Fuck.
Penalty coming up to Montreal as Jake Allen, a good stop in Detroit, that close to cracking first here in the first period.
Tremendous right pad save by Jake Allen. The long reach of Michael Rasmussen. He of the second tallest guy on his line at 6'6", but showed his reach and wrapped around there. Kyle Riemann with the call.
Oh, Jack Guy with the penalty.
Talked about the length of some of these Detroit players, and it was the length there as we watch him come around the
Nice
net.
save,
And
Allen.
he gets it
Nice
all the way
save.
out and around the defender stick. Mike Hoffman, the defender. Allen has to play that as a short side initially, and then has to stay with it coming across. Excellent right pad save for Jake Allen.
So last year, the Red Wings, the 26th ranked power play in the National Hockey League. Montreal 4 for 4 on the penalty kill versus Toronto on Wednesday. And here is the reigning Rookie of the Year. It's Sider for Larkin. As the captain curls around, it's David Perron. Perron protects the puck near boards as the Wings will get set up. As Sider works it over.
Oh.
Raymond.
Ooh, nice.
Down low to Bertuzzi.
GG. GG.
And
Cleared.
And
Let's
Sider
go.
able to kick that down and hold the zone. Here they come again. Lucas Raymond, wrist shot. That was blocked. Sider picks it up. Larkin. Raymond down low, using the boards up for Perron. Moritz Sider. He'll dish it off again. Lucas Raymond. Wanted that seam pass for Perron. Sider. Back to Raymond. Raymond. Wanted Bertuzzi down low. Back to Raymond. Raymond. Sider. Thought about shooting. Sets up Perron right in front through the crease. Bertuzzi couldn't get the stick down. Good possession here from Detroit. Again, it's Sider. One-time drive, Perron handled easy by Allen. Larkin. Sider. Gets it back at the line. Or it's Sider, wrist shot, kicked aside by Allen. David Perron. Bertuzzi.
Oh no.
Slings it up for Raymond. 32 seconds left with the man advantage. Dylan Larkin. Far circle. He assesses options. He'll go down low. Larkin gets it.
Bro,
back.
why are you
Wrist shot
diving?
Blocked in the crease area, and Jake Allen will hold. And
Oh, thank God.
I guess the defensive guys are always more tired. It's funner playing offense than a power play.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. I'm an old penalty killer, and I'd be exhausted there. Alex Tanguay, he'll be running that Detroit power play. He was pretty effective in his
Beats
own
though.
career doing that. But David Perron, what a big addition he'll be. They've got so much young talent out there. I still call Dylan Larkin young. But, you know, the likes of Moritz Sider and Lucas Raymond, and the settling presence of David Perron will be key to that unit. But man, oh man, the offensive guys are flying around. They never get tired out there, Brian. On defense, you're exhausted killing that penalty.
Tanguay actually played 50 games with the Habs back in the day. 13 seconds left. Second unit out for Detroit.
Oh shit. Get out of there, bud. Get out of there. Nice.
As Soderblom tried to jam it to the forehand. And the now tallest player in Wings franchise history at 6'8", the guy used to be Rasmussen, his line mate. Those are big boys to handle, though.
I've seen that move before.
Sorry for those
Champions
notifications.
League, the European Championship, the last couple of years. Elmer Soderblom played for Froland.
Ooh, that reverse.
And he played in that exact position down low on the power play. And came out and has a variety of little things he'll do coming out from below that goal line. And it's such a monstrous reach, Brian, that he can be creative. He doesn't have good hands for somebody that's 6'8". He just has good hands.
Well, he scored a goal in the preseason from the far boards. That was pretty dynamic, and he did show off those mitts. As that wrist shot up high on Allen, and that'll do it. So some good chances for Detroit, but a good job by Jake Allen. Opening night here for Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. We are
already, it is advertisement time, so fuck off. No advertisements allowed. Alrighty, so yeah, like I was continuing what I was saying earlier. Yeah, so got that potential film gig. So if that happens to work out, then no TellJe studio streams for a bit. But once I return, the film season will be slowing down because of the snow. Unless they specifically want a film with snow in it, real snow, not fake snow, then yeah, there'll be more streams then. November, December, January, especially January, February, unless I get another little part-time gig or something on top of the deliveries. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, is it? We have returned. But yeah, so Spooktober because of that will be delayed. And we'll have a Spook November or something like that. Spooky November? I don't know.
Protege of Bobby Daniels up at Ferris State. Another protege of Bobby Daniels up at Ferris State. But 8 new players in the lineup tonight. And Billy Husso, we talked about his signing. Ben Sherratt coming over. Very familiar Montreal fans are with him and his strength in the run to the finals.
Had a chat with Brendan Gallagher today. He was talking with the media about facing Ben Sherratt, his old buddy. He said, listen, if I'm getting hacked by Sherratt, that's a good sign because that means we're in the offensive zone. So I'll take it.
Well, I'd eliminate the if. There's no if about it.
Another win by Detroit. That drive tipped in
Whoa,
front.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Rasmussen
whoa,
banging
whoa,
away.
whoa.
Soderblom
Get
picks
this
it
shit
up,
out
back
of
to
there,
Seider.
bud. Get that shit out of there.
Aiden Gooley tries to protect in the corner. Soderblom has it for Sherratt. Sherratt towards the net. He'll miss. Rasmussen chips it up for Mort Seider. He'll dish it off. 8 minutes gone in this first period.
No.
Again,
Jake Allen.
a good drive and a push, and that was handled by Jake Allen, who has needed to be sharp, and he has been in the first stages of this period.
And the long stick of Soderblom reaching in, but it was Michael Rasmussen again driving that net.
During intermission.
Rasmussen, just a really interesting kid.
We'll be
6'6"
that
out of Surrey, British Columbia. And
that
hasn't
puck
quite
IO
done
game.
what they think he can. He's a first-round pick, 9th overall in 2017.
Haven't tried that out in the Mac
games
yet.
played in the league, but this is a guy that could
I
break out.
believe. Actually,
Puck
got
into
some
Detroit
backwards
territory,
videos to
racing
watch.
after it, Kirby Doc as Lindstrom plays it pop quickly for Joe
Second
Valeno. Hill
intermission
dish.
will do
Kubalik got hit by Arbor Jackeye. As Jackeye from Hamilton talked about how excited he was to play game number 2 in the NHL, and knowing Ben Sherratt also on the ice on the other side, a couple of Hamilton guys. Here comes Weidman. Drives wide, centering pass, nobody there. Back up top, walking in. Jack-Eye shoots.
Oh, shit.
Nearly in off
Jack-Eye.
It would have been ugly, but who cares as Harper Jack-Eye looking for his first in the NHL. Weidman back to collect. Kubalik watching him. Jack-Eye on the puck. Takes a spill. Gets some help from Weidman.
Oh, boy.
Jack-Eye right in front of the net. Bertuzzi there, but a good play that time from the young defender to the right side. Dvorak. Gallagher just out of his reach, and Ville Husso will hold for Detroit as the shots 15-6 now in favor of the Wings.
Arbor Jack-Eye more known for his physicality and play along the wall in his zone, but he gets a pretty good opportunity here. Gets the puck through deflection twice.
Come on, bring the highlight reel from your junior career to here.
Haig right beside the net, almost going in on the wide side.
David Savard in deep. Bertuzzi, little pop pass for Larkin with Raymond. Dylan Larkin to Raymond. Lucas Raymond hesitates, shoots, and that misses everything off a leg and wide. As Raymond and Cole Caulfield both with 23 goals last year as rookies. That drive handled as Hronek let it go, and Allen again, another stop.
Detroit generating a lot of shots from the point right now, but I think Montreal is doing a very good job of clearing out in front of the net, and Jake Allen is getting good eyes on a lot of these.
He's got good numbers all time versus Detroit. A 4-1-3 record, 189 goals against, 927 save percentage, 1 shutout, and 9 career games versus the Detroit Red Wings. You know, tough news talking about obviously goaltending and defense. Mike Matheson sounding like 8 weeks out now with his abdominal injury, so that's a tough blow for Montreal and Mike Matheson.
I think the plan was always to play some of these young D, but maybe not all of them this early.
Lindstrom across, Robert Haig. He'll dump it in. Trying to use those back boards just right beside Allen. Fish
put on my webcam now.
Laid down the ice, an icing charged against Montreal.
A lot of young defensemen are hesitant to make that play that Jordan Harris just made and ice the puck, but you've been in your end a little bit, and yes, it's a face-off, but you get a little breather, a little 20, 25-second breather. The Northeastern grad, Jordan Harris, I think that's a smart play by the young defenseman.
Had 1 goal in 10 games last year, Harris did for the Habs. Had an assist on Wednesday. Part of the young D-core getting a chance to shine in the early stages of this season.
And that looks even better then when your face-off guy wins a clean draw, you get possession.
There's a turnover.
Come on.
Evgeny Dadonov. Shelters the puck, drops it in the corner. Try to get it back, return free from Pitlick, and that was broken up.
We'll continue the preseason.
So the first of 4 meetings this season between Detroit and Montreal. They split the last 10 evenly, both taking 5. Soderblom lost it. Anderson gets to the puck behind the net. Josh Anderson takes it wide, still with it. Slings it across. Kovacevic. Back to the point. The give and go, Weidman, and that was broken up. Soderblom to the left side. Sundqvist takes contact from Anderson, but works it in. And Rasmussen the hit on Kovacevic.
Go.
In just his
Come
6th
on,
National Hockey League game tonight. Suzuki. He'll bring it in.
Whoa. Tab back in
franchise history, Nick Suzuki, in game number 2 wearing the C on his chest.
Anderson whipping him.
Up top. Here's Weidman. Back to Harris. Harris floats one in. Anderson a good job.
Shit.
And Husso there. Nick Suzuki.
Come on, set up the call.
Wrister off a skate.
Oh boy.
As Caulfield led the team in shots on goal, and of course 2 goals in that win on Wednesday.
Pretty good little set to between Ben Sherratt and Nick Suzuki in the corner, and teammates at one time, opposition right now.
Kirby Dach brings it in wide for Montreal. Mike Hoffman below the goal line, hit by Veleno. Kovacevic, wrister right on, Husso made the stop. Good job with Dach using his frame to provide the screen, and Kovacevic will dump it back in. Kirby Dach. He gets taken down below the goal line as Matt had dumped in. Kovacevic, good kick play. Bouncing in the slot area, Dach Couldn't get the shot away as Hronek recovered.
3 good holes by Kovacevic in this sequence. The last one a little unconventional with the foot, but an excellent job of holding the blue line.
Arbor Jack-Eye back to play it. Lost the puck in the corner.
Man, just
whoa. Gently works it near wall for Gallagher.
Body at it. Just to get the puck.
Hoffman.
This isn't soccer, Jack-Eye.
Stays out of the Wings bench. And in comes Dvorak. Ernie plays it. Chipped up to center ice. And there's David Savard, who was blocking everything on Wednesday. He was flirting with the franchise record for blocks in a game. He had 9. Came a couple shy, but was paying the price for his teammates. Another turnover at center ice.
Hey,
Gallagher,
welcome,
pop pass
Jonesy,
off
to the
his stick
stream.
as Slafkovsky tried to tee him up.
My laggy stream.
And that's backhanded into the Wings bench. As the shot's now 16-7 in Hockeytown on a Friday night as we await our first goal.
If it gets more laggy, I know what I'm doing. Strubate had there. But yeah, yeah, welcome to the stream. What's your score prediction? -3-1 Habs, but low key, I think the Wings are gonna win it. It's probably gonna be the opposite, 3-1 Wings. What do you think, Jonesy? I'm gonna report the friggin' penalties. What is this space in between the category power play thing and this thing here? Whatever. Two 1 Wings are already. We'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. Who do you think is gonna get the first goal? If it's the Habs, I'm assuming it's gonna be Caulfield. If it's Detroit, I'm assuming. I don't know that many. I'll say it's that 7-foot guy that you mentioned. Hey, we're back.
The Montreal Canadiens have shown a great deal of confidence in Nick Suzuki and awarding him the captain, the youngest captain in the NHL right now. And look at that group of players, a pretty esteemed group, all achieving a lot of success early. It's a big responsibility, and it's the off-ice things, Brian. It's not the on-ice play as much as it's the off-ice play. He'll have good support leadership with guys like David Savard and Brendan Gallagher. He'll have to rely on those guys. Quite an honor for young Nick Suzuki, and he played like a very confident captain.
All right, come on. Set up Caulfield. Suzuki, set him up.
So Steve Yzerman and the Red Wings brass obviously would like to try to lock up their captain, the Michigan kid, as Raymond centering pass, cleaned up, and here's Anderson. Anderson flips it in, takes a dump, and he goes back to work. Bertuzzi.
Yeah, the stream's a little bit delayed because my internet is... Well, not my internet. OBS hasn't been that great.
Remember, he had his COVID situation as well, so didn't play in Canada.
I'm literally running the hockey game on the internet, so like, if it was an internet
Robert Hay collects that wrister just wide. Moritz Seider. Raymond let it go for Bertuzzi. The backhand off the back of the net.
Then the game wouldn't be fun.
Back defensively. Picked up by Larkin.
I don't know what OBS, what's been going on with OBS.
That drive high, hit Allen in the chest, still loose. Another drive stop.
Shit.
Allen is Bertuzzi, a good look from the slot, and a 2-on-1 the other way. As the Habs come in numbers. Wrist shot.
Oh, shit.
He was coming in. Caulfield elected to shoot. I'm not surprised he missed high.
I like the decision, though. The pass was taken away by a good play. Nick Suzuki was not open for it. I like the decision. If you're a shooter, shoot the puck. Here comes
come on.
Jake Evans.
Oh, shit. Already.
Taken down by Hronek. And the Montreal Canadiens will get their first chance on the power play here with 5 minutes
Power
and 36
play
seconds
time.
remaining in this first period.
Bro, another
As Caulfield,
advertisement.
Suzuki and company a chance on the power play.
Another commercial break. Okay. Oh yeah, in recent Habs news, left defenseman William Trudeau got signed to a $2.5 million contract, making $859,167 per, or when AAV it's actually $925,000 per year. Or sorry, the AAV is 925,000. Don't know that much about him other than he's in the QMJHL and he has the same last name as our Prime Minister. And I guess he's a decent enough defenseman since Montreal gave him an entry level. There are millions of other defenseman prospects. Could be a Laval, but he's probably gonna stick in Laval though. Because we have Kane Gooley, we got Arbor Jacki, and then we got Jordan Harris as our left defenseman prospect, so it'd be kind of hard for him to fit into that. Unless he can play on the right.
Here's Hoffman on the puck for Montreal. Pitlick back up for Hoffman.
Also, get rid of freaking Hoffman.
Near wall. Protects the puck. He'll dish off. Dvorak. Pitlick 1-on-2. Watched by Sherratt. Pitlick backdoor pass and a good stick. That was Kopp. He got in the lane and took it away. Dylan Larkin shorthanded.
Oh
Larkin some space. Tries to drive in and tuck it short side. I'm going to graze some of the bar, and Allen able to keep it out.
Now, part of the penalty-killing unit is bringing in players like Ben Sherratt and Andrew Kopp, two newcomers to that top four right there.
Here's Kirby Dach. He'll dish to Gallagher, and just a step offside as Gallagher and Sherratt.
Oh shit! Gallagher and Sherratt. Gallagher and Sherratt. Holy shit!
Welcome back, old buddy. Sherratt will talk to the official, and Gallagher.
No, it's supposed to be Jacki and
That's
Sherratt.
what Gallagher does.
Sherratt thought he was drawing a penalty there. He's a little sour now, and he's talking to the referee. He's talking to Cal Reeman because he thought he could have drawn a penalty there, and he could have.
What he said is comparable.
Ben Sherratt came in, give Gallagher a little shot when he was down on the ice. Gallagher got up and poked him back, and those are usually the ones that get called. The referees decided to back off that call as the two former teammates and probably good friends get into a little session. Now that could happen in practice when your teammates actually, I can share that with you. It's more fun in games though.
Well, the Habs will be getting a first-round pick thanks to Ben Sherratt from Florida at this upcoming draft. And Sherratt, obviously the playoff run, one that was too short by Florida standards. And now signing here in Detroit.
Traded like
2 goals on the season. And the Habs can't get it in deep. Oli Mata, a good clear. Just 45 seconds remaining in the Mata penalty.
Strong read by Mata. He senses that Caulfield's going to go on his backhand around behind the net. He just cuts it off and finds the middle of the ice on the clear.
Suzuki
Montreal's given an unprotected.
That went off Veleno. And then a good clear again by Detroit as Montreal really has nothing going on this man advantage. Aggressive up top, particularly Veleno there getting
typical
an opportunity.
Montreal power play. Game,
to help on the kill as well.
For the Habs, time winding down. Monahan, quick drive. That was stopped by Husso.
They got a
Bouncing
shot.
around,
Wow.
Monahan loads
They
up
got
and
2 shots.
right into the
Damn.
crest as Sean Monahan. 2 good looks, and Billy Husso able to swallow that up.
Late in the kill, Monahan does a good job of getting that shot off, Brian. Nothing going on the power play so far. Get a puck to the net. And it's the retrieval of the puck that causes all of the action around, including the bounce across to him, and a good shot to finish things off on the play.
Oh,
Sean Monahan, 1 year left. His deal, $6.375 million, of course, coming over from Calgary. And a guy that, you know, could be a part of the future in Montreal. And he's a guy that you liked early on, Dave.
He really could. He had an 82-point year in 2018-19, Brian. He's not far removed from that. 28 years old, and with significant injuries that have all been cleaned up now. He's healthy. He's going to have a good year.
So Hronek back on the ice, 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining as Gallagher picks up the puck towards the net, rebounds off there. And again, Billy Husso, the 27-year-old, able to make the stop as a couple of former St. Louis goalies in the nets for the respective teams. Mike Hoffman, a late conversation there after the whistle.
Hoffman a little coy with his stick there in front of the net with young Lucas Raymond. Finished 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting that his teammate Moritz Seider won last year. But I like now getting the puck to the net. It's later in the period. You look up and you see that shot clock, and albeit a lot of the Detroit shots came in a sequence, and a lot of them were from the point. Saves that Jake Allen made, but you still look up at that shot clock and you don't like it at 21-10 with 3+ minutes to go in the period. So you get a couple of pucks in their direction late in the period.
Mentioned Saturday at 170 first place votes out of 195 ballots. As he was the first Red Wing to win the Calder in over 5 decades. So a pretty cool moment for Moritz Seider. He was honored before this hockey game as well. And he is a bright shining star for Detroit going forward for the new head coach. And obviously Derek Lalonde, Bob Bugner also joining the coaching staff, Alex Tanguay in his 2nd year, of course, and Jay Girardi also behind the bench. So a lot of new faces, not only coaching staff, but on the ice for Detroit.
Another 6th overall pick in Simon Edmondson, who's going to spend a little time in Grand Rapids under head coach Ben Simon, polishing his game up, but 6'6" guy, he's a big talent as well.
Evans trying to poke it free for Slafkovsky, but Larkin has speed to burn. He was trying to use it up the right side. Larkin just out of the reach of Bertuzzi as Lucas Raymond kicks it to his stick. Raymond.
Get out of there, bud.
Stops far boards, he'll dump it in.
Stay out of there.
Pop digs it out. Bertuzzi tried to jam it in front.
Illegal.
And that drive, that's off a stick and out of play for a souvenir at Little Caesars Arena.
Don't tell me they're doing another commercial break.
Well, we talked about it, Dave, and it was a really nice moment before the opening ceremony as Moritz Seider, big smile, and why not? He was outstanding last year.
Big smile from a big guy, but he moved around to play his hockey. He played for my former club team in Sweden, in Rögle. As well played in the German DEL League, and as a young man was playing against grown men.
Oh, bro. Now it's the Wi-Fi that's being... Alrighty, never mind. Website. Bonjour. Bonjour.
And that's an interference call in my books, and Jake Brink's books as well, but not in Josh Anderson's books. As soon as he reaches out there, he's no longer...
Oh, bonjour. Oh shit, no.
And there they are, and Elmer was telling me
Oh, whoops, that's a Detroit feed. Illegal.
As well, but not in Josh Anderson's books. As soon as he reaches out there, he's no longer.
Frig the frig. Struggling here. There we go.
In comes Raymond with speed. Bertuzzi, wrist shot. I think Allen just got a touch as David Perron on the puck for Detroit. Suzuki trying to pick his pocket. Sider plays pass. He'll work it across. Right in front, Bertuzzi. Side of it in the crease, and it squirted through.
Get out! No! Shit!
Out.
Frick! Get up, Allen! Get up,
Chance for
Allen!
the Wings. Final minute. Another wrist shot in the blue paint, and that's shoveled aside. A flurry of chances, and Savard found the last one out of the blue paint.
What a great battle with David Savard and Dylan Larkin in front of that net. It is an absolute free-for-all in there. Larkin pushing down on Savard in front of the net. Savard responding, infuriating Larkin at the end of it all.
My God, David Savard.
That is defending at its best in front of the Montreal net in the power play, on the penalty kill rather.
Other guy.
Savard came up and got a pretty good shot in on Larkin at the end, but Larkin got his good share of shots in earlier in the sequence.
Oh, look.
That is now 24 saves for Jake Allen in this period, as Larkin can't believe that stayed out.
I think he can't believe that Savard didn't get a penalty.
That's the old double disbelief there, Dave.
It is the double D early in the season for a double disbelief.
You could just feel Soldo crowd, Little Caesars Arena. They're ready to erupt as Kopp. Right at center ice, he had it and lost it and shoveled down the ice by Montreal. Husso will tee up Hronek. Hronek tried the long stretch pass for Soderblom, as Allen will play it in the corner.
That'll be a treat to watch for me.
Vrana took a swing at it. Hronek able to hold it. Kopp gives it back to him. Hronek waits, one-time drive, and Vrana into the glove of Jake Allen, and some frustration maybe starting to brew here on these wing snipers.
Well, I think it is a little bit. Jake Allen's had a very steady period. We talked about a lot of the shots coming from the outside, but there have been a lot of good opportunities. Look at the clean lane that the Montreal defenders are giving Jake Allen. Look at the box outs. Look at the positioning of the D. And Jake Allen, by the way, could stand there all day and stop shots from out there if he can see them cleanly.
So now 9 shots on the power play and 2 opportunities. Time winding down. That drive, Raymond couldn't get it to go. Bertuzzi centering past Dvorak.
Fucking hell.
Cleared it out of harm's way, and Anderson is back on the ice. And that'll do it.
That was the first period. So, first period just ended. And with that comes off advertisements. And with that comes the overview of the period. So far, 0 goals, shots on period, and on goal. We got 10 for Montreal, 25 for Detroit. Penalties, Montreal got 2, Detroit got 1. Face-off percentage, 32% for Montreal, Detroit 68. My God, Montreal, wake up, please. Block shots, 5 Montreal, 2 Detroit. Takeaways, 1 Detroit. Giveaways, 3-3. I always say that basically the team with the more giveaways is the one that tends to lose. So for this, it's like, I guess I won't be able to predict. Hits, 7 Montreal, 12 Detroit. And then penalties, Allen is playing Carey Price-Ley, yeah, for sure. Arbor Jack-Eye hooking Jacob. Then Detroit's Philip Hronek interfering from Pitlick. And then Montreal's Josh Anderson interfering Mark Sider. So I'll be right back. Oh, I am
I've
back.
also seen him with the Manitoba Moose. Only 4 NHL games prior to coming. He's been good. He had 19 minutes in the first game.
Hopefully the Wi-Fi
Impressive in
hasn't
that
been as
period.
bad.
He's
Hopefully
a
it
big
gets
kid,
better.
6'4", so what an opportunity he's getting. And right now it looks like he's going to get even more of an opportunity because we don't see Caden Gooley, do we?
It doesn't sound like Caden Gooley will be out here to start the second period, so all hands on deck. And the depth being tested, this young blue line, and they'll be busy as we await our first goal at Little Caesars Arena, underway here in the second period. And as Tessa mentioned, 25 saves, equaling his own franchise record he set of 25 last season versus Carolina. He actually let in a goal in that second period versus the Hurricanes, so a perfect sheet thus far. 25 stops as Marty St. Louis and his side now one defenseman short, at least for now.
Well, think of what that does. It mixes up the pairs right away. You might be caught on your offside. 5D, lots of minutes. But what an opportunity as well. You look at it and say to Jordan Harris, I'm going to be using on both sides. Every situation, you know, you've got a whole different aspect of a game ahead of Jordan Harris right now.
Wrist shot as Lucas Raymond blocked again by Savard. 2-on-2 the other way. Here's Cole Caulfield. Caulfield drops for Suzuki. Suzuki slings it in front, bouncing over the stick of Caulfield as Sider hits him.
Alrighty, no more phone.
Last year.
Oh, they're getting a nice little two-man game going. Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki.
Jordan Harris.
Alrighty, so this is what
Billy Husso, he makes the stop. Good job as Bertuzzi on the puck defensively.
Alrighty, so this is what I am
this season.
I got at Tim Hortons.
As Detroit continues to try build, and the future
I don't know if you
bright
see
with
it
a lot
because,
of
like,
very young
basically,
stars. We'll hear from General
there's a whole
Manager Steve
delay.
Yzerman in the second intermission here on the Habs on TSN.
Let me just go to OBS.
That's a guy I'll give
But
up
yeah.
my seat for. We'll just pretend it's an offensive
Cole
situation.
Caulfield
He'll come
from
into
Hornets
my
card.
seat and I'll give it up.
And look who it's against.
What a great player.
Detroit Red
He came
Wings,
in the same
tonight's
year,
team.
our rookie year,
Basically,
which was the same.
on the back of it, it says
We had a good
Cole
team.
Caulfield
Philadelphia. He did not
Hockey
have a good team
Triumphs.
initially in Detroit. We got the better of him early, and obviously
Says
mid-90s.
Caulfield set up
They were on
Matthew
top of the
Perreault
world.
for a goal in the second period as the
What a
host
great player.
Canadiens earned a 6-1 win over the Red Wings on October 23rd, 2021. Basically, his one goal.
Is the new sheriff in town behind the bench?
Basically, Caulfield's one goal until, like,
For Montreal is Perron on the forecheck for the Red Wings.
I don't know,
Mike Hoffman using the boards
until,
to
like,
the zone.
Marty
Verana lost it
St.
to
Louis
Verona.
took
He'll
over.
shovel it in.
There's a stand-up again by Kovacevic right there. Just gets up, is aggressive at the blue line. He's got that long reach.
Sean Monahan frees the puck right side for Hoffman. As Kovacevic drives towards the net. Kovacevic, he's still trying to track down his first goal in the National Hockey League.
They're going to have to be a little careful on plays like that, though. They're going to have to save some legs.
Home run pass intended for Verana, but icing charged against Detroit.
Going to have to be cool and calculated back there. Simple passes. They had a good exchange early, but even the jump-up plays, he's having a little conversation right now as he comes back to the bench with Stefan Robidas, saying, okay, really pick your spots here. Be smart. I'm watching the conversation go on right now. What a great mentor he has in Robidas.
One of the new faces behind Montreal's
Boom.
bench, new assistant coach for this season, Stefan Robidas. Harris takes the cross check from behind as play continues. Tipped up by Kopp, picked up by Verana, wrist shot, and Allen made the stop. Big rebound, but right to Juraj Slafkovsky, who sends it to the right side for Gallagher.
Let me fix this one on top.
Backhand feed, wanted Harris,
Purposely
and that was
missing
picked up.
out the action so y'all have good graphics.
Dvorak had picked the hole in the middle. A nice dish by Slafkovsky.
Slafkovsky off his skate. Nearly set up Gallagher again as Slafkovsky continues to go to work. He gets dumped. And then Dvorak takes the body check from Haig. And a penalty is coming up as the Montreal Canadiens will get a chance on the power play as we await our first goal here in this second period.
Robert Haig going to the box. That's a good push by Montreal to start this
Boom.
period.
Detroit penalty, number 38, Meyer.
And then let me fix back up.
I like the look there from Slavkovsky up to Gallagher, and Christian Dvorak saw some open ice in the middle, but Gallagher did not have a lane to get the puck across. What an opportunity for Montreal here, they're going to have to weather some storms at various points with the young defense during the year. They weathered the storm in the first period, chance to take a lead in this hockey game.
Alright,
So
that should work.
up to take the draw.
Looks a little awkward, but
Suzuki
it works.
able to hold his own momentarily. And it's popped back out, and here's Weidman. So the Montreal Canadiens still looking for their first power play goal of the season. Cole Caulfield drops it back, and here comes Suzuki through center ice. Caulfield, Suzuki keeps the cycle going. Monahan, far boards.
There you go, better.
Jammed off his stick, and it.
Alright, back to the game. Focusing on the game. They have a power play.
Being nicely aggressive on the pressure points on this kill up at the blue line.
Oh no, people are saying this shit.
Here comes Anderson.
Old meme
Back
dead.
up top, Weidman. Caulfield falls, lost the puck. That allows Detroit and Veleno to come away shorthanded. Joe Veleno killing off some more time. And as a young man who got exceptional status in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League as a 15-year-old a few years ago. Big drive, Caulfield, no screen, no problem. Into the glove of Billy Husso.
Not a bad play by Caulfield. He's tired late in his shift. He gets a whistle there, gets the puck.
Already, come on.
To set their second power play in the offensive zone, and welcome sight as Caden Goulet comes back, and the first guy to give him a little pat on the leg is David Savard, who says, hey, you owe me a couple of minutes there. I had to work a little overtime in that first period, but we'll find out what happened to Caden Goulet, but a welcome sight to see number 21 back.
Oh, really was gone. I thought he got just switched up in the lineup.
And they get one on the power play as Dadonov works it down low. Gallagher one's out. Doc reaching for it.
As you can tell, he hasn't been that noticeable. I thought he wasn't being noticeable, but apparently it was just because he wasn't.
To give the puck to
it was an awful bench.
Instead, threw it into that high slot area for Gallagher.
Here's Dvorak, leaves for Hoffman. 20 seconds left of the man advantage. Mike Hoffman waits, wrister, hit a body, went wide.
Boy.
Gallagher
Get Mike Hoffman out of here, put him on waivers, get him in Laval. We don't want him in Montreal anymore. Get Drouin in his position.
Kirby Doc, some pace up the right side. Doc still with it. He'll take it into the corner. Savard slings it across for Goulet. Wrist shot. And that
imagine.
Sider and high and out of play.
Bam, Ben Sherrod.
And shoving.
Ben Sherrod's like, get the fuck out of here, Montreal. We ain't friends anymore.
He's getting into it with Ben Sherrod, who will patrol any net front with joy.
So right now it's the penalty kill on both sides getting the job done.
Fancy little footwork there by Moritz Sider in front of his own net. Sherrod with a solid cross-check on Doc, and Doc not taking it as he can't as a young player. He's got to stand up for himself in that net front area.
I talked with Goulet this morning. I asked in that first game, was there your like NHL moment, like I've arrived? And he said, well, when I saw that Matthews and Marner guy whipping it around, it was like, whoa. But he, to his credit, he got a lot of praise from Marty St. Louis. When I asked Marty St. Louis about those 22 minutes plus, he said, listen, he's earned it. He'll continue to get more responsibility. Those minutes will be elevated if he can prove he can do it. I know it's one game, Dave, but he's
good.
Preseason as well.
Crowd liked the little spill by the linesman there. Trent Knorr went for a little how do you do down by the end boards.
It's
a little reaction.
Ice. It is slippery.
Ice is slippery. Ice will tend to be slippery.
So nearly 5 minutes gone in this second period. Face off to the right of Jake Allen. Rasmussen on the draw. Soderblom out there as well. Pitlick go on the puck. Slavkovsky. And Jake Evans was in just a little bit too soon, so offside charged against Montreal.
Brian, you take a pairing like Caden Goulet and David Savard, and you say, you know, what can David Savard do for Caden Goulet? And I will throw it back at you. What can Caden Gooley do for David Savard? Like, it's fun for a veteran player to play with a young talent like that. And
Oh,
you know
that's what's
Savard,
making
what
that
he
fucking
does
noise.
will be magnified. Shot blocking,
I have my foot on
defensive
my
positioning.
Google.
And he
On my
knows
Google
the young
thing.
guy's going to be the guy to wheel. He can throw it in his corner. He can go get it. There's a poise and a closing of a skating defenseman like Caden Gooley that will only help David Savard.
Like, what the fuck's making that noise?
There's Weidman, long drive. Russo handles that.
Like somebody emptying a container
High
upstairs
flip up for Sundqvist.
at that consistency.
Rasmussen on the puck. He'll dish it across.
It's that high
Seider
pitch.
towards the net. Up high and handled by Allen. Well, we talked about ice being slippery. Sometimes you need it to wrap around your knees or your ankles
Let's
or your
go,
body. And David
let's
Savard,
go.
man, he came to play on Wednesday.
And against the vaunted
Let's
power
go.
play of the Toronto Maple Leafs,
Let's
which
go,
went over 4 that
let's
night,
go.
Savard was outstanding in his shot blocking role. But sometimes a player like that
Go,
gets extended and
Habs,
tries to
go.
do too much, and Savard knows his own game very well. You know, 8-9+ years with Columbus and wins the Stanley Cup with Tampa and then signs with Montreal. And he knows what he does very well. That's why he's been so effective in the league, and having the addition of Caden Gooley on his left will only make his job that much easier and let him focus on what
Charge
he does well.
Montreal.
Gold medal for Canada at the World Hockey
Charge
Championship 2015 in
Montreal.
Prague. As Ole Mata just missing with that drop.
Not
puck.
Detroit.
Can't beat it
Frick
front,
off,
but
Detroit.
Gallagher's there. Dvorak backs up Gallagher. He'll chip it up the left side. Ole Mata to Kopp in his own zone, and Verana won a Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals a few years back.
My God, this game has been like
Game-winning
very
goals for the
quiet
Caps
and
during that cup
like
run.
in the second period. I
David
mean, it's
Braun.
been very close, but nothing. No goals have
Jordan
happened.
Harris, the youngster, trying to free it. Ole Mata. Perron assessing ice, shoots off the body and wide. Harris takes play near boards.
Wait a second.
Here's Juraj Slafkovsky. Backhand feed for Gallagher. 2-on-2 with Dvorak. Dvorak takes the pass. First
Oh,
shot.
okay.
Kicked aside by Husso. Jordan Harris. Back up for Juraj Slafkovsky. Slap pass down low. Gallagher spins, shoots. That was blocked. As Gallagher diving for it. Valeno
I like
up the right
this.
wing for Detroit. Joe
I
Valeno
saw
gets
that
taken
graphic
down.
being more
Losing
filled up,
his
and I was
stick,
like,
they'll
wait
go
a second.
collective.
First period, that was nothing. What changed?
Brandon Gallagher, oh, look out.
So now
that
they actually
clipped.
include the penalties and all that other shit.
Cole Caulfield, who appears to be fine.
Fucking Detroit better not injure.
Hot on the pass there.
Caulfield, I swear
giving
to
him
God.
support coming across, and
Caulfield
not
nears
realizing
his
he had that
50-goal
support.
season.
Well, I'm sure Caulfield will let
It's
Gallagher all
100%
about it.
easily
At some
doable
point.
50-point season.
0-0 in Detroit.
Yeah, now we got to see the giveaways. God damn, Detroit has way more giveaways, so if my logic's true, Montreal's winning this game apparently. But yeah, why is that one graphic where it says team stats just looks so awkward? I have it lined up with this, so I know for a fact it's literally this one thing being awkward. Alright, let's see how Laval Rockets are doing. Let's see how they're doing in their home opener. Boom. Search that up. Score. full, I guess, full schedule. Oh, they're tied. They're playing against the Belleville Senators. And it's Madison Bowie that scored. Nice, a defenseman scoring. That's awesome to see. And for Belleville, it's Jace Hurglum. I don't know how to say their name.
This far. Pop pass for Monahan. Monahan couldn't get there in time. Lindstrom took it away. Ernie, wrist shot. That one's easy as Jake Allen will handle that. And this
oh
is
shit,
brewing.
Jack
This has
Guy's
gotta been one
Jack
of those
Guy's
games
fired
where you
up.
feel after every other
Let's go.
stoppage or
Come on.
whistle,
Let him have his
somebody's
first
having a
fight.
conversation with somebody
Let him have
else.
his first
Yeah,
fight.
Arbor
Come
Jack
on.
Guy's reputation is well known at the junior ranks and one of the most feared players in the Ontario Hockey League. And it's interesting.
Yeah.
Adam Ernie is, he's not going to back down, but I think they find out, they hear about a young kid like this, and somebody's going to test him at some point, and somebody may not like out what they find.
Yeah, go ahead, mess with the
He can handle
sheriff of the
himself. I talked
OHL.
to Stevie Steos, his general manager in Hamilton, and he's a tough customer without a doubt.
We saw
He'll be
I
tried
saw
at the
him
NHL
play in
level,
the
but
OHL.
brings such a presence back there. He's got pretty good offensive
Fucking
skills.
Took out
Bright
so many
future
players.
ahead of him in Montreal, Arbor Jack Guy.
His dad got to watch the debut of the young man on Wednesday. Mom watching proudly from the Czech Republic. Dream come true for Arbor Jack Guy as Dylan Larkin up the right side, and I don't think Bertuzzi was ready for the pass. Play continues to the left of Jake Allen. Here's Jake Evans. Pitlick leaves it. Dadonov. Pitlick leaves. Gooley wrist shot.
what?
He fanned on it. Dadonov will follow up.
That all starts with a Gooley breakout in his end, just a short pass, and then he joins the play.
Pass in front for Dadonov. Lucas Raymond there. Evans takes
Come
it away.
on, Dadonov.
Pitlick bounce through his legs. Hronek
Fucking
there.
Get better, please.
Evans, Pitlick below the goal line. Evans
You're supposed to
dishes
bring
up
us a
top,
first
and
round pick.
Kovacevic couldn't handle it. Out comes Jake Allen as he'll bail out his young defender. Harris back to Kovacevic. He takes contact from
Down.
Bertuzzi. Habs able to clear the zone. Sider tried to dish it off, but offside charge as Rasmussen was in a little too quick.
A little bit of a challenge there. Jordan Harris and Kovacevic, but a nice job of sorting things out, getting the puck out of the zone. Good protection coming across. Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield coming down to help their young defenseman out. You have to look, and particularly in a game like this when they've had a heavy workload through that first period, a large part of which Caden Gooley missed. The forwards have to help out, Brian. They simply have to be cognizant of the fact that they're a little short-handed back there, and there's 3, now 4 young D that might need a little more help.
Pass intended for Cole Caulfield. Husso out to direct traffic. He'll play it far boards.
Hey, come on, Seth Cole
Weidman
Caulfield here.
shoots it back in.
Set him up, set him up.
In comes Cole Caulfield. Just avoids the check. Continues to work. Here's Sundqvist. As Rasmussen chips and chases after it.
Get him to
Sundqvist
snipe
finishes
the
his
puck.
check. Soderblom was looking for the pass in front. As Lindstrom settles it down. Haig loads up high on Allen. He stops that. Dug up free. Haig again. That missed by a few feet. Rebound try in sight. Handled by Jake Allen. Big Soderblom.
Oh,
Looking on the
Jack
rebound.
Guy.
His parents Suzanne and Martin in the house tonight watching this game.
Soderblom all around it early in the short
Rough.
side. There's
Frickin'
Rasmussen
rough.
knocking
They keep
Jack
on
Guy's stick
stopping
away
it.
from him. Now, there will be people that aren't sure about him either, and you know, it's going to be interesting. Rasmussen's a big guy, but not known for his physical play. He's been more noticeable tonight than any game that I've seen him in a Red Wing uniform.
Soderblom was part of that team that won under-18 gold in Sweden on home soil. Him and Raymond were teammates. Raymond had the hat trick and the golden goal in overtime over Russia. That was in Orangecoats-Vik. Peter Forsberg, Sedin twins coming from that area. Here's Hronek. He'll work it in. Kopp let it go. Gallagher taken down.
Oh shit,
Kopp
man
on the
down.
puck. Mata plays it for Verana. Verana spinning around Perron. He'll dish. Andrew Kopp's turn at the line. He'll leave it. Hronek space sends it across. Wanted Verana. That's off his stick into the netting and out of play.
Smart stick by Jordan Harris. Excellent stick by Jordan Harris defensively. Josh Anderson coming through with a big goal against Toronto late in the game. They need this guy to be good. He's such a different player from what they have, and takes a sweet little dish from Nick Suzuki and goes top shelf on Matt Murray, and truly a power forward.
Man,
can bring so much to the game when he's physical, when he's flying. Such a force, and he has to be that for Montreal this year.
Habs fans gotta love him because the Burlington kid always brings it versus Toronto. He does each and every game. Here's Dvorak. Freed up. Harris drifts one in. Husso thought about playing it and thinks again, and he'll hold as Haig is there talking with Slafkovsky and Gallagher.
You love Gallagher coming into that play, though, because Slafkovsky's a big guy. He's 6'4". He's looking Robert Haig more than in the eye. You know, Haig's a 6'2"-ish type player, and Gallagher's going to come in and protect his guy. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, Gallagher talked about that win versus Toronto and the veteran that he is. Obviously, yeah, a lot of positives. The young D-Corp played great, but Gallagher, I mean, he put it as a veteran would. It's one game. It's one game. We got a long season and a lot to learn and grow as a group, but you have to like the compete level and what they brought on Wednesday.
Good face-off win by Sean Monahan on that play. He'll take the draws on that side.
Harris will dish. Pop to center ice, and Monahan has to be careful and is. Hronek back in his own zone.
Ask questions by Kenny Daniels, the great play-by-play announcer for the Red Wings. Whether it was Doc or Monahan playing in the middle, I said they'll both take face-offs on their strong side.
Watch out next year.
Call it what you will.
Just a different feel to the second period, Dave.
It is. It's much more comfortable for Montreal.
Pitlick was just to step in, offside charged against Montreal.
See,
it was a beautiful day here.
See, the Avalanche are gonna let Nathan McKinnon. Wait. Search that up real quick. Yep. No, never mind. He got extended already. Darn. I was gonna say Colorado's gonna let Nathan McKinnon walk, and then Montreal's gonna pick him up, and we'll have a Bedard-McKinnon duo on the second line, because you know Cole Caulfield's gonna stay on the first line. Totally nothing wrong with that idea. And then we're just gonna need to we'll get Max Pacioretty back, just so we can have another left winger. Then boom, boom, Montreal's good again. And then Nick Suzuki gets the rub in Max Pacioretty's face that he's the captain. As you know, NHL 22 totally works like real life, because that's how I did my team in NHL 23. Wait, I'm on ESPN.
Wisconsin native, I think, really benefited by going back for his second year at Wisconsin. A lot of questions of whether he'd come out, but doubled his point total from 26 to 52, and the confidence grew. So when he hits a little snag, his rookie year in the NHL, goes down to Laval for a little while, that much more mature Brian came up to stay.
Him and a bunch of the American players trained this summer in Plymouth, Michigan, nearby, for the United States National Team Development Program, where Cole Caulfield set records for the United States.
And Cole Caulfield should have been in Montreal.
As Lindstrom just a step offside.
Jake Evans gets in some
at the
big
draft is what I'm talking
collisions,
about.
Brian. He puts his body on the line. He ran into Robert Haig down there in a man's collision. It's like, heads up, here we go.
Haig is no stranger to delivering those hits. Big part of his game as he signed here as well as a free agent.
Some nice pickups for Stevie Yzerman in the offseason. It started last year at the trade deadline with Oscar Sundqvist, a player that is so hard to play against. And by the way, has quite the hairdo, Brian.
You can't miss it. It is flowing out of the helmet.
Well, the best hairdo in the NHL
We will
is
hear from
Michael
Steve
Pezzetta.
Yzerman in our second intermission. Evans trying to free out Dadonov.
Pezzetta has
Pitlick
the best
enters the fray. Pitlick slings it across. Nobody there. Lucas Raymond on it quickly. 3-on-2 the other way. Bertuzzi. Larkin. Waits. Shoots. Rebound. Raymond there. Stopped by Allen.
Oh, shit.
As Bertuzzi continues to battle. Pop free and all the way outsider. Can't hold the zone. And really, the first bit of electricity here in the building in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Larkin.
Sure.
Backhand try. Good block again. Savard got in the way.
Great stick by Caden Gooley there. Savard's got the body, Gooley's got the stick. You're going to have to weather that storm from that line. That line is so effective at moving the puck. Watching them come up the ice, they layer so well and slide guys through. Watch this pass across behind Raymond
Montreal
to Larkin as he gets it through, and then Bertuzzi loves to hang out in front of the net, gets a couple of whacks at it. Jake Allen doing a good job of tracking, finding that puck, and then you can see the right pad, or left pad rather, flash out on that rebound.
Good face-off win. Savard tries to clear.
Hey,
it is
nice.
free. Pitlick
cleared.
couldn't advance play.
And
Brought
then
in again by
back in.
Detroit.
Nope.
As Rasmussen driving in. Couldn't get it by Allen.
It's the third time we've seen the big guy take it hard to the net from his offside.
Moritz Seider in his own zone, plays it off the boards. And there is Sundqvist.
And his hair.
You know, at first glance, I got to admit, confession, I thought that was some kind of shoulder padding. I'm like, no, that's just glorious salon quality hair back there.
Glorious hair. That's young Frankie Corrado hair. That's what that is.
Yeah, come on.
Puck at center ice. Here's Hirota. Got it for Detroit. He'll skate it in, fakes the shot. Tries to
like
take
a 1-0
around
game.
Jordan Harris, who plays him into the boards. David Perron.
If it ends up
And
being
that
like
pass,
4-3,
nobody home. Down into Detroit territory. Montreal getting some pressure.
I'll
rates
make
up.
a clip
If you're
out of
Montreal
this.
right now, weather the storm. Continue it, because Detroit is getting more and more frustrated.
Perron off the steal. Couldn't get the shot away.
It'll be the next TellJe.
Mike Hoffman. He'll flip it in. In comes Kirby Dach. Aronik jams it up, hits Perron up high. Hoffman into the battle. Under 7 minutes to go in this second period. As Detroit 52-32, 9-2 all-time in home openers. 2-1-2 in this building, the beautiful Little Caesars Arena.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Turnover right in the slot,
boy.
but again, two Red Wings got tied up, caught one of them, but they're able to clear. Monahan popped off his stick, and look out, here's a chance. Monahan puts on the brakes, waits for help. Flips it right to Harris, and he'll bank it off the boards.
Go,
Here comes
Tabarnak,
Slafkovsky
go.
with
Go,
Gallagher.
Slav,
Juraj
go, Slav,
Slafkovsky
go,
trying to
Slav.
power in. Jack-eye shoots through
Oh,
traffic,
shit.
and over the screen. Just went wide. Slafkovsky
Come on.
spinning, seeing eye shot, and that missed the mark. Vallejo working Gallagher. Jack-eye, good hustle, keeps it into the far point. Gallagher with Slafkovsky through his legs.
Good job.
As
Keep
Kubalik,
it in.
who had 30
Fuck.
goals in his rookie campaign with Chicago. Former teammate of Kirby Dach.
Hello, Patrick Kane. I'm here in the NHL. Kubalik, the beneficiary of playing with Patrick Kane that first year he came over.
Big hit as Pitlick was roughed up, but the Habs are coming the other way, led by Gouli. Gouli stops, and he'll pop it with a backhand into the corner.
Oh, fucking ref. Stop the pass.
Some good physical hits in this second period.
If this is in, assisted by ref.
Thought about playing it, and he will hold.
Good.
With 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in this second period. And that has been one of the busiest players on the ice, Jake.
Whoa, what the fuck? I said non-copyright video game music, and how the fuck is... I'm not a payphone, try to call. How the fuck is that a video game music? I need some epic music here to like keep me not fatigued from this game. Da 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 ba 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 da 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 da. Na 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 na. I don't need that dubstep shit. Oh, there you go. 5 hours long. Perfect. Oh, gross.
One of his players that got hit hard along the boards, Pitlick, Rem Pitlick got hit hard. And he just says, you know what, I'm just going to take this whistle right now, TV timeout, get all rested, we'll play the last 5 minutes, we'll be in good shape here. That is a veteran goaltender who is got great hockey sense, understands the flow of the game and exercises it.
Larkin, good job to free the puck.
What is this sheesh?
And that pass, nobody at the point down the ice. Yeah, for a team, Dave, that's playing their home opener, sold-out crowd, you can just anticipate maybe pressing a little bit to try get that first goal.
Bruh, no.
As Larkin waiting.
Illegal.
High wrister, off the stick, off the glass, and wide.
Get that shit out of there.
25 shots in the first period.
Bro, you can tell this is TSN2 right when they have fucking Habs advertisements on the boards.
Suzuki, wrist shot, didn't get through. And a tough
like there's pizza.
He had some open ice, but Savard got there in time. He hits Raymond. Lucas Raymond dishes off, shot stopper, rebound.
Not Little Caesars
and
pizza. Pizza.
Corona cutting in from the blue line. Pretty good look on Allen.
Pizza.
As Larkin gets dumped.
Oh my
Back
god.
up for Bertuzzi. That was picked off. Caulfield.
And then there's also the Kikala website,
finally
which is like where the Habs sell their merch.
He'll hit Caulfield. Cole Caulfield 1-on-2.
And then also just Bell.
What a catch by Caulfield, though.
And then Desjardins.
Coming from behind. He's got to be aware of where the Detroit defenseman is and still catches it.
And Canadian Tire.
Behind the play against Montreal.
This is one captain just giving it to the other captain
Tire
right now.
And
we'll watch this again. It was well behind the play. Suzuki's
Detroit.
getting the call against Dylan Larkin. Suzuki's not happy with the way Larkin went down. We'll watch. Jake Brink on the call.
14, 3 minutes for tripping.
Oof. As I said, it was well behind the play. Oh boy, did Larkin draw that. Did Larkin draw that? Smart play by him, but he effectively steps in front. And the minute Nick Suzuki goes by, he goes down. A Detroit power play. That's a smart play by the Detroit captain. A frustrating one for the Montreal captain. The referee just looks over and catches the very
Oh yeah, I
last
forgot to
part of it.
mention I'm also delivering.
So Detroit 0 for 2. They've got
If I
9
leave out of the
shots
blue, that's because
with an
of
advantage
that.
on Jake Allen, but nothing doing yet. Can they finally crack one here? But look out, here's Evans
I'll
trying
try
to
to
break in
announce it
shorthanded.
before I
Joe
leave.
Pitlick.
For sure.
Jake Evans working Hronek. Good job by Evans, 1-on-2, killing off some critical seconds. Kubalik lost the puck, and Detroit will try get settled and get something going on this power play. Shot in by Kubalik. Soderblom couldn't get free. Kept in by Hronek at the line for Vrana. Hronek hesitates. He'll send it across, gets it back. Hronek. Kubalik one-time drive stop. Rebound off the paddle.
Holy
and out as
shit.
Allen got a piece and knocked it out and kept it out
Terry,
of the air.
I mean Jake.
In the midst of baseball playoffs,
Holy
gets his
fuck.
bat on the ball as it's going into the empty net.
He has been
Allen.
sensational.
Allen.
Jake
Allen.
What a reaction by Allen. Don't even know if it was for sure going in, but what a reaction.
David Perron avoids
Jake the
contact.
snake. Jake the
Kovacevic
snake.
spinning away from Larkin, and a good clear from the young blue liner all the way down to Billy Husso.
That is a strong play by Kovacevic. Late in a kill to be able to hold off the forechecker, find, spin, and get that puck up and over the blue line.
Pitlick a steal.
Oh shit, oh
In
shit,
outsider.
oh shit.
Short-handed Pitlick.
Oh, he was gonna do some fancy
Delays, tries to
maneuvers.
send it across. Good job
But
by
he fucked it
Pitlick
up.
as Dvorak, the backhand in. Just 10 seconds left of the minor penalty. Flipped all the way down the ice.
My guy was gonna go X game
Okay, so
modes.
Rem Pitlick shot this puck down into his own end. The linesman thought it was a Detroit player that shot it down, so call the play icing. They'll get this sorted out. This puck will be dropped in the neutral zone.
What a nice block and bam, stick hit.
There we go, Jake Allen with the paddle
Oh,
turned
nice.
over. Watch the
I
paddle.
don't see
flips
it, but
over.
he hit it with his stick.
Oh, spectacular. Just brilliant.
Top save of the month.
Here's the clearing play by Kovacevic that we chatted about. Strong play against two Red Wings players. So the puck is faced off at center ice. Montreal gets a nice little break.
So Detroit 0 for 3 and Montreal perfect on the penalty kill this season.
You say
As
that,
they
but
are
there's
now
only 2 games.
7 for 7.
I mean, one of them were
Minute 20
against
remaining in the
Toronto, so I
second
guess it's true.
As Bueno took a hit from Monahan up high.
Toronto's
Battle
supposed to be
continues in
very
the
good,
corner.
so
Ben Sherrod.
I guess that's a win against
Mata
Detroit because
for
apparently
Valeno.
they're making the playoffs this
Joe
year.
Valeno, watched by Monahan.
They're playoff
Valeno,
contender.
he'll dish it off. Mata cutting in. Mata tries to tuck it up top and missed. Final minute, Little Caesars Arena. Here comes Kirby Dach. Wanted Monahan. Good job by Mata. He took it away, and the Wings quickly in transition. Rasmussen
Welcome,
kicks it to his stick,
Elvis,
takes it wide.
to the stream.
Up
Hello,
for
hello.
He'll hammer it along the
Who
boards
do you
and in.
think's gonna score the first goal
Sundqvist
here?
all alone behind the net.
Me,
Pass and shot, whistle,
It's-
high and wide, all the way up to Sider.
Caulfield,
Soderblom gets
Or,
taken down, back up into the fight.
uh,
Finds the puck and he's up Sider, wrist shot in and out of the glove, but finding it Jake Allen as he's now made 34 saves in the contest.
Lucas Raymond. We'll say that.
I got to go back to that non-icing play late by Pitlick. And one of the
Caulfield
linesmen
for
here
sure,
tonight,
yes.
Gillen McNamara,
If
is a
it's,
rookie, so he
I'm
that
for
call.
the Habs winning. Obviously, look at my
Trent
what I'm
Nor,
wearing.
veteran play, and I'm not sure
But
which linesman
I'm
it
somewhat
was,
for the
but there is a
tank
rookie in the
of
game.
getting Bedard.
We're going to give it to Trent
But
Nor and say that was him that made
Obviously,
that
as a
Here's
Habs
Caden
fan, I have
Gooley,
to
who had
support them
a shot
regardless
block
if
during
there's a
that
tank or
sequence,
not.
and then
Regardless if we're
the
tanking or not.
Sports Center type save from Jake Allen.
call. Well, just the presence to know he had to turn the stick over and
Alrighty,
get the open
Caulfield
blade on
needs
it.
to get a goal
Gonna
here.
get some stick taps on that one, but
Maybe 2
much
goals
better
like
period
last
in
game.
this second for Montreal.
Maybe,
we talked
maybe.
about 25 shots against in the first period, only 9 for Detroit in this second period. And Jake Allen has matched all 9 of those shots.
And you know, for a original 6,
Also,
home
just
opener,
a
the Habs
heads
have done
up,
a nice job
I'm
of
on call
quieting this
for
crowd.
in-town delivers.
Playing a
for,
nice road game, looking
something
for win
that's
number
like
2 of the
Uber
season.
Eats.
Final second period.
But it's like a
Gallagher
local thing.
avoids the check, shoots up high. Good look, rebound right through the crease.
Oh my
Slafkovsky
God.
was going the other way.
Imagine if Slav got it.
Cage for Uri
That would've been awesome.
Slafkovsky. And a good late push from Brendan Gallagher.
So
and
if
the Habs.
I need
Nice
to
little exchange
leave
between Gallagher and
momentarily,
Dvorak creates that late
I have a
scoring
Be Right Back
opportunity.
video,
Gallagher with a
so
good shot, and the puck
we'll be
just
settled
slid
then.
across by the big young rookie.
so during the intermission, what I like to do is watch videos of stuff or play some browser hockey games. So since the period just ended, let's overview what happened. So second period just happened. No goals so far. Shots were 8 Montreal, 9 Detroit. Penalty. So far we have 3 for Detroit, 2 for Montreal. Or sorry, 3 for Detroit, 2 for, 2 for Detroit, 3 for Montreal. And then we got 52%. Montreal finally brought it back with their face-off win percentage, and now we're at 52%, at Detroit 48%. Block shots 12 for Montreal, 8 for Detroit. Takeaways 0 for Montreal, 5 for Detroit. Oh boy. And for giveaways, we got 4 for Montreal, 9 for Detroit. Bad sign for Detroit since they're giving away the puck more. Detroit got 77 hits and 10 hits from Montreal. Now, penalties this period. Freaking emote screen keeps on getting in my way. We got Arbor Jackeye hooking against Jacob Narmat's first period. Second period, we got Detroit Robert Hagg flashing Brendan Gallagher, and then Nick Suzuki. Montreal's Nick Suzuki tripping Dylan Larkin. That is it for this period of
Suzuki, Gallagher.
I made it back. I made
Once
it.
the jerseys change.
I made it
the
back,
story
thank
changes.
God. Alrighty. Come on, Montreal.
He has been the
This
story
is
in this
it.
game thus far, Jake Allen.
What a strong face-off by
Jake Allen
Evans
do be
right
playing
there.
like
And
Carey
Michael
Price.
Rasmussen, who's a big guy, just flat out, I am stronger than you on my stick.
Arbor Jackeye will play it to Weidman. Back to Jackeye.
Oh boy.
Gallagher, who has 22 career points in 26 games versus the Wings all time in his career. Gallagher goes to work fishing in the corner with Slafkovsky. Using his big frame, he gets it to Gallagher. Gallagher, Weidman.
Oh,
blocked by
fuck's sakes, he
Sundqvist.
scored. You're in front of me.
Lindstrom. Soderblom in, shoots. Oh, and it bounced over Rasmussen. He was cutting in, and he just missed. He had an open cage. Wrap try. That was stopped. Rebound, score!
So, the tank begins.
The big man, Elmer Soderblom, his first goal.
Oh, yeah, that's who I thought. Yeah, there you go. I predicted the first goal. Epic.
Well, he has been around it all night. In that first period, he has some excellent opportunities. Even before this goal, his play on the initial rush to get a shot off, and then Michael Rasmussen. But the
Okay, I need to, like,
trying
fucking-
to stuff shot today. Sundqvist keeps it in, but watch Rasmussen come out with it. Jake Allen makes a great save, and the loose puck. Soderblom doesn't even know how to react when he scores this goal.
Alright, let's try this again. My fucking thing isn't up to date for sure. Bonjour.
His parents are here, Suzanne and Martin. They were interviewed on the Jumbotron before the game and absolutely thrilled that their son getting his first in the NHL. Cool moment.
One guy that Jake Allen
must be missing for Detroit's home opener.
You didn't know if you were going to remember how to call a goal this year.
Here's Evans off the steal.
Alrighty.
Evans, he was tied up. As the crowd reacts, Soderblom getting his first in the National Hockey League. Here's Hronek, avoids the check, sends it up the right side. That deflected into the Wings bench for a stoppage.
Well, Montreal had pulled back defensively.
Bro, I'm lagging.
Open up and play. Now you're down by goal. Go out and find a way to match this. In many ways, Montreal hung on through the first period, played a good, solid second period. Now in this third period, they've got to crank up their offense. You'll see the defensemen jumping up in the play a little bit more.
The 6th round pick back in 2019 gets a big cheer.
Another little shake of his head there when he's on the Jumbotron. He's looking up and trying to believe that he just scored his first goal in the National Hockey League.
Come on, Montreal, bounce back here.
It's not going to be his last one, Brian.
Wake the fuck up. We got a score to make. A score to do. I don't know.
Monahan over the line. Kirby Dach.
Oh shit!
Rebound, but it's right to Larkin. Good save by Husso.
They have to get to that A scoring area in front of the net. Everything's been outside on Husso from a grade A standpoint, and they have to penetrate that slot area.
Okay.
Kirby Dach up the left side. 1-on-2, waits for a trailer. Finds Savard. He'll backhand it in. Dach and Sider in the corner. Suzuki behind the net.
Hey, Caulfield, let's go.
Kovacevic slings it across. Harris, wrist shot stop, rebound, and Hoffman looking for
Wait,
it. And again,
where's Caulfield? No! Is Caulfield injured? Never mind, he's right there. Woo!
35 minutes gone.
Fucking shock in my eyes.
First goal as the Wings open their accounts on a brand new season. Elmer Soderblom has made it 1-0 Detroit. Caulfield, Suzuki gloves it to the stick.
Hey, Caulfield, get into position. You're not a centerman.
Andrew Kopp at center ice. Vrana will dish it in. Josh Anderson in his own zone, watched by Vrana. He'll skate around him. Anderson, Suzuki.
Alright, Suzuki.
Nick Suzuki.
Find Caulfield.
Tried to dump it in for Caulfield. Weidman gloves it down, bouncing puck. And David Perron the backhand out.
Take control of it, bud.
Obviously,
Never mind, they're changing.
But quietly, Billy Husso has made 20 saves now. Remember, too, this is Detroit debut as well. His first game and first start in a Wings jersey. In comes Gallagher.
Oh yeah, definitely Montreal adds on the boards here.
Weidman near point.
IGA.
Jack-eye shot never got through. Sundqvist blocked it. Dvorak steals. Try to fish it in front. Gallagher. Haig working him over. Gallagher's lost his stick. As Gallagher offer a change, the battle continues. Slafkovsky couldn't backhand it up to the line. As Rasmussen takes contact, Soderblom looking for more as he drives in, protecting the puck. Takes his man down.
These mutual ads are wild.
Soderblom, good work on his shift. He'll be a crowd favorite if he keeps that up here in Detroit.
He certainly will. He can hold the puck about 8 feet away from you.
A pass, quick drive, and a good stop as Husso getting some love from the crowd. Just one goal on the board.
Oh, this music, this epic music resonates. Bum 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 bum. There's a pizza at Papa John's Pizza. Alrighty, come on, Montreal. Y'all got this. Oh no, not these stupid Halloween ads. Like, oh my god, let's go through the chainsaws. Oh wow. Freaking Geico commercial that's playing right now.
The Molson Export big moments of the game.
Well, the young Swedish player Elmer Soderblom, all 6'8" of him, gets the initial shot on net, and watch him free up the stick from Arbor Jacki. Pounds the rebound on the Michael Rasmussen wrap through the legs of Jake Allen, who had been impenetrable until that moment.
Big moment from a big guy. It's only fitting, right? He gets his own sponsorship in Detroit's opening night as he opens up his NHL.
Oh shit!
Dry and tight, and Husso was there.
Okay, come on, Montreal.
Monahan was looking for his second as a Montreal Canadian.
And that's the area they have to get to. The close rebound try by Monahan. They have to penetrate that area in front of the net and get some traffic in front of Ville Husso. A little bit of push since that Detroit goal for Montreal.
Lindstrom up to Boleno. He'll backhand it in. Every time I see Lindstrom, I think of that other guy that played defense here that was pretty good.
Oh,
yeah, there was no N in his name, but he was pretty good.
Bud. Illegal.
Nick Lindstrom, one of the greatest ever to do it from the blue line, no doubt. There's Sherratt. He'll pop it to center ice. Evans.
Get onside, bud.
So Doc to get onside. Rem Pitlick. Watched by Sider. Evans, side of the net.
Okay, come on. Crowd the front of the net. Let's do this,
by
bud.
Jake Evans. Sider, though, able to pick off that last stick.
Bring off Sider.
He moves it up ice and flips it in.
Kubalik had been in the corner, and Sider actually helped out his forward, who was doubled up in the position.
Intense now.
Evgeny Dadonov, wrist shot from distance, handled by Husso.
Bro, where's the D? Montreal.
David Savard hesitates.
Bro,
He'll wrist
dump.
it in.
Dump pass, really?
Dadonov. Pitlick. Tried to muscle it in front of the net. Suzuki reaching for it. And it's back to center ice. Nearly 8 minutes gone in this third period.
Alrighty.
Caulfield
Come on.
at center ice will poke it in. Josh Anderson trying to barrel in. Hroniko plays it first. There's Suzuki. Far boards.
Set
Larkin.
Caulfield up,
Can't
boys.
find the puck.
For anyone.
Wrist shot. Good block by Olimata.
To be honest.
Tried to spring in Larkin.
But
over
Caulfield
stick.
getting the
That'll
goal
be
would
icing
be
against
nice.
Detroit.
So cagey little play by Jordan Harris there. Instead of reaching his stick out, he pulls it back in, and they get an icing call. And Caden Gooley showing the stick that he catches in the mouth from David Perron.
What the heck, David Perron?
By the
Qu'est-ce que
refereeing
fuck, ref?
contingent. Caden Gooley showing
Even
Kyle
bleeding.
Lehman a little of his
He's even
blood,
bleeding,
sweat,
so
and
it would have been
tears.
freaking 4 minutes too.
The two captains lining up.
What-
Larkin, Suzuki as
What a
Suzuki
miss.
waved off. And that applause right now for Vladimir Konstantinov, Cup champion in '97. And what an ovation for him as he is here waving to the crowd. Nice touch there. As Raymond brings it in, gets muscled off the puck. Good job by Kovacevic. Suzuki up the left side,
What
trying to
an
race in
ovation.
around Sider. Caulfield picks it up. That drive, Husso kicks it aside, but some traffic that time in front of him as Suzuki was trying to drive the net.
Again, a concentrated effort by the Canadian forwards to get some traffic in front of Ville Husso.
Here's Larkin in deep, tries to jam it in short side, and Allen was ready. Olimata. Suzuki for Caulfield. Caulfield will settle it down in Montreal will dump it in courtesy Kovacevic. Mata watched by Slokowski. Dvorak picks it up. Bouncing puck near corner. Slokowski continues to work.
Nice effort by Slafkovsky to beat Ben Sherratt to that puck in the corner.
And then he finishes Sherratt. A good check by the youngster, the first overall pick, hitting Sherratt.
Getting a little bit more engaged, and that has to come from his game, and it will.
There's Rasmussen and Soderblom, the big bodies. And a penalty coming up. And this one, I believe, going against Detroit.
Oh, fucking time.
I mentioned Michael Rasmussen has been more aggressive tonight and more noticeable than any time I've seen him play in the National Hockey League. He's played 180 plus games.
Number 27, minor penalty, roughing.
This time apparently a little too aggressive. He's going to go and take a seat.
Holding and a half.
He's got his arms wrapped around Christian Dvorak. What an opportunity for Montreal. Halfway through this third period, a period in which we've seen Detroit with the early push take the 1-0 lead. The power play has to produce right now for Montreal.
Come on, Montreal.
0 for 2,
Go,
2 shots on
Habs,
the
go.
power play, but they win the
Go,
draw
Habs,
clean, thanks
go.
to Monahan. Here's Suzuki.
Go, Habs, go. Go,
Suzuki,
Habs,
little
go.
backhand, wide
Go,
it.
Habs,
Caulfield,
go.
wrist shot up high.
Ooh,
Husso
shit.
had it, then finds it, then a collision. And the helmet off for Monahan, and a little collision on Husso, and that's going to cause a stir below the goal line.
If I'm Josh Anderson right now, I turn around and grab Moritz Seider, who pulls his jersey back from behind, and Anderson's having a little discussion with him and saying, okay, if you're going to do that from behind, you're going to do it from the front. Anderson, a big, strong guy who has to own the front of that net. Mo Seider, obviously a big guy as well, but
Come on, fuck off, Seider.
Josh
Let
Anderson,
go
I
of
want
his.
that battle.
Let go of his jersey.
Good
Stop
face-off
stripping
win
him.
last time around. Led to all of that by Sean Monahan.
Monahan lines up again with Kopp. Good win, Monahan. Here's Suzuki with it, slings it across.
Shoot!
He wanted good stop, Husso, as he teed up Caulfield right through the seam. A great pass, and Husso got enough.
Close.
Just had to reset that pass a little bit. He caught it. It was a hard seam pass across.
Oh my gosh,
Caulfield caught the pass, but just not in a perfect area. Had to reset it for a split second. Short side high and hits the stick of Ville Husso.
Caulfield led the team in shots on goal Wednesday. Another good win. Monahan having a time in the circle right now. Caulfield, pass from Weidman. Pull Caulfield. Anderson, Weidman, Caulfield.
come on.
Back up to Weidman. Suzuki, a little bit
Come
of
on.
space opens up. Waits, shoots, and that was deflected. One rebound. Anderson stopped by Husso. Unreal glove save on Anderson.
Oh, Ville Husso's best save of the night. No question about it. A rebound off a Nick Suzuki shot came right out
So
on
close.
Anderson's stick.
Come on.
Anderson thinks he has a gaper here. Watch the glove of Husso steal that puck right off of the stick of Josh Anderson. A good power play
Like
so far
stretch.
for Montreal. And another face-off win.
All right, come
Pull
on.
Caulfield, little backhand sauce.
Get
Anderson.
Caulfield in the
Suzuki's
spot,
gotta
bud.
hustle. Poked away from him.
Oh,
And a good
for
job
fuck's
as Fernie
sakes.
able to get it to center ice.
Good concentrated effort. 4 face-off wins in a row for Montreal led to their best scoring opportunities so far in the power play tonight.
And Jake Allen and Ville Husso, both line one. SportsCenter highlight of the night. They've been dynamic. 2 outstanding stops. Caulfield, far point Weidman. 50 seconds left in the minor penalty. A pass off the skate and sent down the ice as Hronek took the gift and buried it all the way down to Allen.
A good minute and 10 seconds for that first unit. Now the second unit gets out there. 40 seconds to go.
Hey, come on.
Find a way to produce.
As Gooley will drop it off.
Come on, boys.
Herbie Dock, Gallagher. Near
Yeah,
boards.
Gallagher
It's
in front of the
caught by
net.
Sherratt. There's the Sherratt cross check on Gallagher. Hayden Gooley, Gallagher, high slot.
Get Gallagher in front of the net. Come on.
Hoffman battles with
Get
Sundqvist.
him
and
blocked.
it's Seider coming away with the puck. They'll circle away from Gallagher.
Wow, is that impressive?
Gallagher continues to work. He hits Sherratt.
Not blocking, I mean fucking
Gooley.
deflecting.
Racing in, Dock as well hits Seider. And Seider able to clear. And that'll do it. A big kill as Rasmussen's out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. So Montreal 0 for 3, 3 shots with the man advantage in this game.
Kirby Dach's got to engage more like he just did with Moritz Seider. Great one-on-one battle that started in the corner. That's what they need out of big Kirby Dach.
In comes Jake Evans. Hustles to the puck first for Dadonov. Dadonov centering pass in front. He got crushed and Ernie got the puck. That was Veleno up the left side. Lindstrom trying to jam it up ice. Ernie some space. Walks in, shoots off a stick and wide. Veleno couldn't get it into the slot area, and the Wings will retreat. Here's Haig.
A couple of excellent opportunities for Montreal in that power play. They have to build off that momentum.
Kubalik will chip and chase. Savard goes back with Harris. Jordan Harris on the puck. Near boards, Josh Anderson. One-handed pass, Harris. He'll shoot it in. Husso out to play it. He'll sling it along the boards. Mata let it go all the way to Montreal territory. Cole Caulfield. He'll ditch for Suzuki, trying to dance in. Hronek closing him off. Suzuki, though, on the puck. Tried to spin away from him as he trips.
What a little move by Suzuki.
Bro, what are these passes?
Here's Kovacevic. Takes a look, wanting Caulfield off his stick. Soderblom goes around Caulfield.
There's a match for you.
I was just going to say a little discrepancy there in size.
Giving up a foot plus.
As Raymond got dropped. Lucas Raymond up the left side. He'll shoot it in. Caulfield, Raymond, Seider were 2-3-4 in rookie shots on goal last season. They fired a lot and fired at will. Aiden Gooley, the backhand in. Husso settles it down for Lindstrom. Gustav Lindstrom up for Larkin. Dylan Larkin gives to Bertuzzi, gets it back. Larkin trying to cut in. Hoffman, a good job, actually. He was back watching him.
Well, Caden Gooley at both ends there. A really strong stick on Dylan Larkin, but his carry up the ice seconds before that, equally impressive.
Hey, come on, guys.
In the Western League playoffs.
Fucking hell. These passes are brutal.
Trying to take that next step. Right in front, backhand. Oh, Larkin stepping in, and Allen caught just a touch. Jake Allen.
Okay, come on. Fucking
go,
Gallagher.
Brendan Gallagher shoots.
Fuck.
Russo got a piece. Chances at both ends as Gallagher nearly cashed.
Oh, a little Hoffman dish pops Brendan Gallagher in late in this game, and he gets it up on the stick side.
Oof.
Well, the fans are getting used to Billy Husso so far in this game. In his Wings debut, he's...
My God, this game. It'd be stressful. It'd be a very stressful game here. Come on, Montreal. Y'all got this. Go, Habs, go. Go, Habs, go. Gallagher, I swear to God. Get the next one. Just get Caulfield the puck. Just get Caulfield the puck. All you need to do. Then magic happens. I promise. Alrighty, we back.
As an export, here's to the real ones.
And welcome back to this Friday night, downtown Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. It's been an exciting hockey game, and just one goal on the board. Elmer Soderblom with his first of his young NHL career. Pretty cool. Mom and Dad, Suzanne and Martin, in attendance to watch it. Meantime, the Montreal Canadiens trying to battle back and get one by Billy Husso, who wasn't busy early, but man, he's been tested lately.
He certainly has. A nice push by Montreal in this third period. 25 shots, 25 saves by Jake Allen in that first period. Since that point, only 13 more shots for Detroit as Montreal has evened the game out. Now they have to even the score out.
Off the draw, Gallagher got to it, but he popped with too much pace. Harris has to get back with Kovacevic. In comes Verana, hits him. Kovacevic protects the puck. Kopp trying to free it as well. Pop to the line, Mata.
Okay, last 5 minutes of the game. Fucking Montreal. Let's do this. Fucking hell, not Detroit. You guys, Montreal. Higher up.
Gallagher over the line.
Gallagher's fucking woken up.
Kovacevic has to wait. The Habs are in deep.
Set him up.
Check up, and they will. Here's Hronek from his own zone. Using the boards, Rasmussen gets a touch. Arbor Jack-Eye for Weidman. Weidman gave it away, steered in by Soderblom. Sundqvist. Lost it, Jack-Eye behind his net, the backhand, and it bounces to center ice. Sherratt will drive it back in. So game one of a back-to-back for both teams, Montreal and Washington tomorrow night, and the Wings in New Jersey. Here's Sherratt in his own zone. Anderson hits him.
Okay, come on.
Weidman drives one. Hit bodies in front. One of them sideways. He dives and clears.
There's Gouli's skating ability right there, pulling away from the big man, Elmer Soderblom. Effortlessly getting that puck out.
Weidman falls, can't get it in deep. Here's Larkin. Hronek drives it in high up the glass behind Allen. In comes Raymond. Larkin. Nice chip play. Raymond in front, but couldn't settle the puck down. Habs trying to break away in transition. Monahan drives it in for Montreal. Doc leaves it. Savard throws it towards the net. He missed.
Caden Gouli had vacated after leading the rush up the ice to get a line change in, so wasn't there to hold that long wrap from Montreal.
Kirby Doc at center ice. Weaves in. Return feed in his skates, as he couldn't get a good scoring attempt. As the Detroit Red Wings have never beaten the Montreal Canadiens in a home opener.
Well,
2
it's about to fucking happen.
Seconds away from doing that. There's Kopp for Ernie, who's got some pace. Puck too far ahead of him. He'll play it for Kopp in the corner. Brendan Gallagher at center ice. Kovacevic shoots it in, right to Husso. He'll play it. Lindstrom.
He went from being able to score 5 goals to none now.
Missing him, and that'll be icing charged against Detroit.
Oh boy, we're pulling the goalie, aren't we?
Right now. Choice of line now. Imagine we'll see Suzuki's line coming out. Should try and get him out twice in this last 2.5 minutes. They should play this shift, short rest, and then the final minute, if things remain the same.
So Jake Allen has gone to the bench for the extra attacker.
I like the early pull, Brian. I really do.
Is at the bench.
Your team's battled hard tonight. Give them a chance to tie this hockey game.
And Monahan has been dialed in the faceoff dot, trying to win another one against Kopp. As the bodies are all tied up. Lindstrom on the puck. Monahan, though, able to push it in deep. So extra attacker out for Montreal in a 1-0 game. Here's Doc.
Fuck!
To feather it up front. Perron picks
the passes are horrible tonight.
Glass, held in by Caulfield. Suzuki's got
okay, come on, Suzuki. No!
Takes the shot, whiffed on
fucking
it.
dude.
Couldn't get it
snake bit.
Tough one for the captain.
Oh, I'm surprised David Perron didn't take that chance. He had a pretty wide open lane to that empty net.
Kirby Doc. He'll shoot it in. Caulfield, Monahan in the corner. Soderblom there as well. Freed up, and the dive misses, allowing the Habs to bring it in. Doc behind the net. As Husso's lost his goalie stick, it's behind the net, so no stick for the goalie.
Okay, this is how we do it. Cue up fucking Caulfield.
He's taken down hard
This
by
is
Seider
it.
in the corner. And then Seider falls on him.
For fuck's sakes. Fuck you,
And
Seider.
pass is being called.
He
And
purposely
now
did that.
Billy Husso to get his stick back. That's a big break for Detroit.
Bastard.
Detroit clearly on their heels at that point. Martin St. Louis has a timeout in his pocket. He's put Jake Allen back in the net, but my guess is he will take the timeout.
And you are correct, Dave Poulin. Timeout for Montreal.
Minute and 23 left, neutral zone draw. He'll be able to play the last 2.5 minutes with the same group of guys with effective use of his timeout. Kirby Dach's just got to have a little more poise in the corner there. He has more time. He wasn't getting the pressure when he turned that puck over the first time to David Perron.
Well, the crowd's certainly into it. Were you always excited for home openers, Dave, to get your blood going?
You know what? I love playing home openers. I did. Our building was so good, and each of the buildings I played in Philadelphia, and the old Spectrum and the old Boston Garden. You say the old buildings, great old barns that could get rocking. But in terms of the new buildings, Brian, this one is right up there. Little Caesars Arena is a gorgeous facility. If you get a chance to come down and visit, or come up and visit, it is a beautiful hockey arena.
And they took a lot of pages from the new Bell Center as well.
The way they did the concourse area, though, is as well done as we've seen in this league.
All right, so here we go. Marty St. Louis calls the timeout. Jake Allen will try to get back to the bench, but the Wings control, so he'll have to wait for that with 1:20 remaining. And that'll be icing, so there's his chance. Allen will now go to the bench. Extra attacker out.
Alrighty, this is it.
17 to go here in the third.
Sean Monahan clipping along at 70% in the face-off dot tonight. He's on his strong side as well. Watch the help that comes in from both sides as well, though. Gallagher will help out. Hoffman will help out. Kirby Dach has to come off that wall expecting this is going to be a tie.
Again, Monahan again. Monahan, a big win back to Caulfield. Gallagher behind the net hesitates. Suzuki.
Monahan's a fucking face-off. Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a 2-on-1. Kopp, empty net. In comes Rasmussen. He'll score. Michael Rasmussen, the empty netter, and the likely dagger.
Michael Rasmussen being on the ice in the last minute shows a lot of confidence from his coach. On the ice with Andrew Kopp and Dylan Larkin. That's a role that Rasmussen would not have played in the past.
That's a
He's still
wrap.
a young guy, 23 years old, and big, strong guy who has a chance to be a good player here in Detroit. Gets the clincher. Montreal couldn't quite get into sync after a strong face-off win by Sean Monahan.
You know, we talked with Steve Eisenman about the future. You know, Rasmussen, another one of those first-rounders. We talk about Marco Kasper this year, Simon Edvinsson, Sebastian Costa, the goalie. Edvinsson we saw at the U18s in Texas. He was brilliant. So the future does look bright here for Detroit. They pulled Allen again, extra attacker.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, again?
Holy Mata, empty net, scores. Mata gets his first as a Red Wing. And it's 3-0 Wings.
Marty St. Louis trying to give his team a chance to get back in it. Just under a minute left. Holy Mata with that 2-goal advantage is able to take advantage of the ice. Entertaining hockey game tonight. A little bit frustrating at the end, but excellent period by Jake Allen in that first, and a lot of signs that you'll take and build on. The young defense solid again, only giving up 1 goal before the empty net situation.
So 3-0 as the Detroit Red Wings will open up their 2022-23 campaign with a win on home ice to open up their season. Ole Mata back on the puck. He'll backhand it in. As Gooley in the corner with Weidman. Mata slings it across. Hronek, wrist shot, is tied wide. As the Detroit Red Wings will win their home opener here this Friday night at Little Caesars Arena. And how about a shutout for Ville Husso in his debut? How about a win for the new head coach as well? Congratulations to Derek Lalonde. First game behind the bench, first win. And Husso, 29 saves for a shutout, win number 1 in a Red Wings jersey.
And a sneaky pickup by Steve Yzerman. It was a trade actually in July for a 3rd-round draft pick that brought Ville Husso here from St. Louis. Really did a good job.
Time now for your Molson Export 3 stars of the game, and no surprise when you look at these faces.
Yeah, Ville Husso and Jake Allen in a dominated goaltender game tonight. Both guys were excellent. Jake Allen in particular in that first period. Big Elmer Soderblom, 6'8", a 6th-round draft pick of the Detroit Red Wings, who grew up playing in Frölunda, the famous Swedish powerhouse.
The hell is this? Fucking give me the MLG music. Rest in pepperonis, the Montreal Canadiens. They lost. This is how they lost. They got only 29 shots on goal, 59% face off. The fuck? I want the full sad violin music. Sad violin, no copyright. There we go. Montreal got 20 shots on goal. Detroit, 40 shots on goal. Montreal, 59% on the face-off. Detroit's 42. They both got 3 penalties. Montreal got 24 hits. Detroit got 38. They both got 16 blocks. Montreal had 10 giveaways. Detroit 12. And then goals. Detroit had 3 in the last period. All because they couldn't keep their shit together in the end. Destin Pepperonis. I can't see who got the penalty in the end, so it do be that way. People had scored for Detroit were Elmer, so by Rasmussen and Sundqvist. Rasmussen scored, assisted by Kopp and Larkin, and then Motto. What's a motto if you scored? The other empty netter, assisted by Rasmussen. Yeah, I can't see the other fucking thing, so that's it. That's all for that. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all next time. Tomorrow, no stream. After tomorrow, no stream either. So, if I get that gig, that film gig, I don't know when the next stream will be, so see y'all then. If I do get that film gig, well, see y'all in November. I'll delay Spooktober to then because like I literally bought 3 Halloween games for this. But then I got a Halloween, then I got a a film gig, so got all that delayedness there. Alrighty, see y'all next time. As always, stay safe, wear a helmet.